Okay, guys, welcome, welcome. This is hashtag meeting before the meeting. This is our very first meeting before the meeting in Team Heart Synergy. We've been excited to actually bring this to you. We've been talking about it for a while. You all have a mute option on your screens if you could help us out. Unless you are speaking, if you could just kindly mute those lines, that would help us on this end. But guys, we are literally just so excited that you're here. We are, so first of all, if you're brand new to the team, welcome. We are growing leaps and bounds right now, and it's so exciting. I can tell you, we just literally are. Sorry, I'm trying to mute some lines here, but we're so excited to have you here. This is a family in Team Heart Synergy. So just if you're trying to make sense of it all, Team Heart is the bigger group. Team Heart is a fabulous group. In fact, I chose to partner with Team Heart and did that about 2.5 years ago. I was shown a video, which at the time was an ABC primetime report, which literally rocked my world. I saw that video and I said to myself, if half of what they're saying in this video is true, I want a piece of that. I saw the business opportunity as an entrepreneurial-minded person. Having a background in the industry now of just over 11 years, I literally knew I needed to be a part of this. And I have not for 1 second looked back. This has been hands down the best decision I've made personally, from a physical standpoint with the products, for my family financially, and for our future. What we're building here is an asset, and I am thrilled to be a part of it. You are all a result of me saying yes, and I promise you that as you say yes, you will affect multitudes of people. I know Becky and I talk about this often, but I don't think as a day goes by that we don't absolutely get covered in goosebumps or choked up or something over the transformations that take place because of something we said yes to. It's profound, and we're thrilled to do this. So, guys, with that, Team Heart Synergy is now just growing leaps and bounds. And we want to be able to just jump in here and celebrate you. So there's so many new rank advancements that happened this last month. We will come out with a list. We are getting great at just really celebrating each of those rank advancements inside of our Team Heart Synergy. We don't want to miss you in there. We also pop them over into Team Heart Sneak Peek to just show our world and your prospects as you're adding them into some of our Facebook groups, which we will talk a little bit about tonight, how to celebrate and welcome people in. So brand new, welcome to the team. If you're seasoned, you know we already love you. And so we're thrilled that you're here. But we're going to talk tonight just about a couple different things, aside from just some welcomes and congratulations. We're just going to take a few minutes before the Team Heart Monday night calls. We just want to celebrate you guys. We want to be able to have conversations, see your faces, and just get tighter as a group. What we're building here is synergy. I know Becky was going to look up a couple terms here as far as synergy goes, but we already know our patented, a multi-patented product, the one that is our flagship product, has a synergy of 5 herbs combined that literally upstart your body's potential to do profound things. And synergy is just the perfect word. It's the perfect term to define this group. And when you have the synergy of incredible things or incredible people like yourselves working together, incredible things happen. So I love the name of our team. You are part of that. You're part of this family. And guys, before I start kind of breaking into groups, I'm going to toss it over to Becky. I know she had a few opening words she wanted to share as well. And Becky, maybe a little bit, how did you find this? There's some new faces here that don't even know your story.
Oh, hi, everybody. So, yes, for those of you that don't know my story, Marilee and I were together in a former company, and when I was given the ABC video, I was on the phone with Marilee saying, what do we have here? And it did not take long for me, and the story is longer, but it did not take long for me to go the same. If this is half true, I'm in. When I saw that ABC, or when I saw the Washington State, being from Washington, study that said this is the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative, I'm like, that's it, I'm in. I know I'm going to take this for the rest of my life. Little did I know that what it would do to my own personal transformation and my own personal body coming out of severe adrenal fatigue, almost adrenal failure, sleep deprivation, and so much more, going on into the life that I now have today and in 5 countries. I can't even tell you how exciting this journey has been. I'm going to switch over and go into a plug here as my husband comes home and put my earphones on. Oh, okay. So, okay, here we go. He's taking one of the noisy dogs on a little walk. So anyway, so I am absolutely 2.5 years later. I feel like every day is a new beginning. This is the first time I really believe in any business that I can wake up every morning and go, who can I talk to today? It is just that life-changing. It's just that extraordinary. It's unique. And we have a message to tell. And the timing of this message is just so right now. So I want to welcome every single one of you. For some of you today are on here are brand new to my team as well. And my team is Marilee's team. So for every one of you here, when you join this Team Heart Synergy, we are team. And when you join my team, guess what? You get Marilee. And all that she brings, the leadership skills, the talent, the wisdom and the knowledge, the understanding of the industry, that you get Marilee when you join me. And when you join Marilee, you guys, you have access to me at any time. We are a team, and no matter who you have signed up with, we are here for each other. That's why synergy is all about. It's building together. And you know, we know that when you bind hands with someone, it makes you stronger. So we're here to make you stronger in business, as a person, as an individual, as a team member. And we're just excited to have you guys here. So Marilee, back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Guys, it's so exciting. What I want to, a lot of times people start and they're like, where do I get started? Where is the information hub? And that's what I really want to just kind of talk to you guys just for a minute about the groups. So we've put groups together. Groups have really changed how we communicate as far as teams go. So Facebook has changed the world and how we build business. If I take this back 11 years ago, boy, it was a lot of dialing the phone. I know, Elaine, you and I were talking about that earlier today, wasn't it? I mean, it was a lot of just dialing down and reaching out to people directly. And we've got some incredible veterans that are on this team, and we've walked that out. We know what that's like. But the game changed really when Facebook came on the scene. Social media came apparent, and that's really where we are today. So with that, Team Heart does a brilliant job in maximizing the usage of Facebook and Facebook groups and social media. So with that, we've had a great way to communicate with our teams by tucking you guys into certain groups. And I want you to know Team Heart Synergy. So we have a Team Heart group on Facebook, which gives you the big blobs of news. But Team Heart Synergy is very pertinent and focused on you guys. So think of Team Heart Synergy's Facebook group as the hub. Everything that's pertinent, everything that's important, everything that's relevant for you guys and this team is there. You want to stay super plugged in there. In the pinned post, that's where you're going to find your directives for each of the groups. So in the pinned post in Team Heart Synergy, for example, it describes what each of the groups do. So you'll know without confusion what are the groups to add prospects to. What are the groups to add distributors to? What are the groups to welcome people in? So again, Team Heart Synergy, that's your hub. That's where you're going to reference it. So we've got that listed in there. And then, guys, we've got two really cool prospecting groups right now for customers to see what we do. We just launched a video inside of Team Heart, which you guys saw a huge, big blast. If you're brand new, you won't know all the details about this, but we just launched about a week ago, wasn't it, Becky? It's called Nerf 2 Hero or Killzilla. You guys saw the big, big boom about that. And we actually had to pull that back just for a very short period of time here. We've got to make some adjustments to the video. So we took, if you guys are trying to find Nerf 2 Hero or Killzilla.com, you won't be able, what it's going to do is going to take you back to the landing page of ABC Little Yellow Pill. Or I'm sorry, ABC Yellow Pill. That is going to be the old landing page that we used to work with. We're still going to have to utilize that until we are up and running again with the video to have a live active URL. So in the meantime, what we want to do, if you guys could help me out and mute your lines just in case we haven't caught you, that would be great. But in the meantime, I want you guys, this is a perfect practice on how to utilize our groups. So I want you to think of this. Groups have a huge draw of social proof. So you might be privately sending a video to somebody and say, hey, take a look at this. This is what Nerve 2 activation does. But the second they see that video inside of a community or a private group that has all of the stories and testimonies back behind it, now you're talking. That is so easy to impress somebody very quickly. That's the power of those groups, and that's what we're doing. We are doing an ATM method. On tonight's Team Heart call, Tanis McDonald is going to be talking in more detail on how to ATM properly. So we're going to get you guys super coached up and trained. We also, inside of Team Heart's launch guide, we are going to be having videos put together and some further training on how to master the ATM method. But tonight's call is going to be really breaking that down. So you guys are going to want to jump off this right into Team Heart's call, which happens here in about 15 minutes. So with that, Living Life Activated is your group inside of Team Heart Synergy. That is your main customer group. That's where you guys can be sharing your stories, plugging your people in, being active. As you guys are active in those groups, your prospects that you're adding into those groups are going to see that. So every time that you do something in those groups, it notifies them and they get to see your activity in there, draws their eye back in. So we try to keep it classy, professional, full of great testimonials. We've got interviews with doctors. We've got a lot of stuff that's in there that's incredibly validating, and it's powerful. Our conversion rate inside of those groups, it's huge, guys. I can bring somebody to the table and introduce them to, say, Nerve 2, but they stay in that group and they start to hear stories about skincare, and they hear stories about, the physique line and transformations. Just being in that group will upsell your customers. And so often it will be so impressive they can't stand it. They have to upgrade to distributors. In fact, many of you in here, I know some of your stories are in fact in here because you started on a product, you just couldn't stop yourself from sharing it with other people, so here you are. So guys, with that, that's the story behind the video. So keeping that real, Living Life Activated, again, is your main group. For myself, the secondary group to add somebody to is chock full of 3 years of stories, and that is My Life Vantage Story. So we've got that video embedded in both of those groups, Living Life Activated, My Life Vantage Story. You can feel free to share the stories and testimonials, add your people into both if you like. But it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. We've got some script ideas that have been floating around, and I won't take time to really go over those. We will continue to share that stuff inside of the groups. But I'm going to jump over, Becky, I'm going to hand it to you so you can take this and segue into events. We've got some events coming up, and I'm going to hand this over to you, and then we'll toss it to Cece and hear her story.
Okay. One thing that I learned even in the company, even before this one, was the power of events. And if you are on this call tonight and you have never been to an event, this is up and coming, is our number one. So those of you that have never been to one, if you are ever going to choose one ever, now's the place to choose it and now's the time. This is our global. We're talking upwards to 7,000-8,000 people from around the globe meeting together in one place, talking about the fastest growing industry and one of the newest being nutrigenomics and biohacking, the aging code. It's going to be extraordinary. And I believe it was, Marilee, correct me if I'm wrong, was it a global, the first one you and I ever went to together? Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was.
There's breakouts for every kind of training you would ever want, from the science and the geek to the millennials to every venue and every flavor. This is like training on steroids. This is the kind of information that literally will set your business on fire. And global is the place to go. It's in Salt Lake, so it's at the hub of where our company is. So I tell you, I've not missed an event since I started the company 2.5 years ago. And I try to bring every single person that I possibly can in my team, because of what you get is something that you can't get anywhere else. And Cece, we had an amazing encounter together and experiences together. And Cece is a perfect example of a person that has not been to a company event before. And she went to her first event with us in Anaheim, California. Cece, I'm going to hand it over to you because we're rounding the corner of when our next call is in about 11 minutes. Share for a few minutes of your experience going to an event and why you would say, you guys, this is something that they would want to experience for themselves, and why you already have several of your team members going to the next event as well as yourself. Talk to us about your story and events, Stacey.
Yay, thank you. Okay, so can you hear me okay? Good, okay. So you hear it. Marilee, Becky, we're sharing about how important the events are. Even on the Team Heart weekly calls leading up to the event, they kept talking about it. And I kept hearing, you never really know what it's like unless you experience it, and that you cannot repeat and share. I mean, you can a little bit, right? But it's never going to be as powerful as it is when you go. And so I was super excited for that. I had never been to an event with any other company that I've been with. And so I was extremely excited. And three key things happened for me. One was the business mindset. One was personal connection. And then the other one was personal growth. And so from a business standpoint, it's kind of crazy, but I shared a photo of walking across that stage as a Pro 3 with Jen. And at that moment, for my family and my friends, it really became real that this was a business. And that was major social proof. And being at the event, it clicked for me as well that this is a business. I've been in network marketing in the past, and it never felt like a business. It felt like a hobby and something fun. And so for the first time ever, that shift happened. I came back home to open arms. My family was super engaged. They were like, what was walking across the stage like? And I shared about how you get to different levels in the business, what it means to rank advance, how I wanted to go for Pro 5. And they're like, no, Mom, go for Pro 7. And my youngest, when I put him to bed that first night I came home, he said, Mom, you got to go for Pro 9. And so they are now invested and understand what's happening, and that I'm treating this as a business, and they want me to treat it as a business. Personal connection. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes, we chat in our groups, right? But I never have met you in person. I didn't know a single person at the event except for Terry, because she and I connected once I found out that she was living in Coeur d'Alene and part of Team Heart Synergy. Everyone else is brand spanking new. And it was amazing to have a personal connection with each of you that was there. Now I feel even more confident sharing your stories because I know you. I've heard your stories, and not to say that you can't share anyone's story within our team, but there's something about that personal connection to help you. And in the personal growth, listening to the Pro 7s, 8s, and 9s share their stories of where they came from and how they got to where they are. We are all the same. You and I and all of those people that rank advance and were sharing their story, we all started in the same place, and it helped me to get over my fear. And they always say faith over fear, faith over fear. Well, it finally happened. And now I feel that if I'm not sharing a story, if I'm not sharing about these products, I'm doing a disservice to every single person I know, to my family, and to those that I know I'm going to touch and reach someday. Because that's how incredibly powerful social proof and stories are. So I came home. Actually, that day that we traveled home at 5:45 in the morning, I got over my fear of going live. Becky helped me the night before. And then I continued in the morning. I had bags under my eyes. I was at the airport. The intercom was going off, but I still made that video. And because of that video, I had someone who I connected with who I maybe talked to once or twice, a mom from years ago, who reached out and said, I was laying in bed. Your video came on my phone at that moment, and I knew I had to connect with you because I knew you could help me. And she was at a point where she's just at a place where she needs help. And so when she shared that with me, I was like, okay, wow, I have to keep sharing. And so I'm sharing more stories and testimonies. And I think being at the event was the catalyst for those three areas right now for where I am with my business and this opportunity. So I encourage everyone to go. I am so excited to go again, and to continue to grow, and just continue to meet this amazing team. So thank you.
Oh, Cece. Okay, I have goosebumps moments here. Because we say yes to things, we change lives. Because we're brave enough to get over our fears and really get it out there. I mean, we know, I guarantee everybody on this line, oh my goodness, I can start naming names. Y'all know, you know how much has transformed your life, and it's just something we can't keep inside, right? That's why we're here.
Yep. I forgot to say really quick, I had, when we were sitting at the event, I kept thinking of my good friend Denise and how much I wanted her to be at that meeting with me for many reasons. And so I got home and I sent her a message, and now she's my newest distributor. So it's pretty amazing how things work.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Cece. It is just an honor to be here with you guys. And you know, what we're sitting on is so profound. We are experiencing some incredible growth. You guys are on fire right now. You're on fire. And it's an exciting time. I'll tell you, people are watching LifeVantage from all around. People that have been sitting on the sidelines are finally saying, I'm in. I can't stand it anymore. I've got to be in. I got to be a part of this. So what you guys, if you're brand new, you picked a perfect time to join. You did. Those of us that have been here a little bit know what we have our hands on, but I'm telling you, if you're here and you're new, all I can tell you do is grasp this opportunity and get busy. Get it out there. Get it out there before somebody else does. I had a moment. I've learned a few lessons along this journey, and some of them is that get over those fears quickly. What you don't want to have someone else do is introduce this incredible opportunity or these products that they'll take for the rest of their life, most people, to someone else that they maybe don't even know because you were too afraid to share it. So there's always a sense of urgency behind me because we need to get the message out. But guys, what we're a part of is something spectacular. The timing could not be better. It's a time to just really grasp it and run. And we've got incredible tools in place for you, groups to help you thrive and grow your business. We are, actually, I need to mention this, we're talking about events. Sean, my husband, and I are flying to Toronto. So who's in Canada, Bob? Raising your hands. Ow! Sean and Marilee are coming to Toronto, Canada. We cannot wait. Oh my goodness. LifeVantage is flying us in, and we're going to be there as part of the presenters for that event on the 18th of August. So we'll have all of the details coming to that. But if you guys know anybody that's even close, if you can hop in a car and get there, might even be a long drive, I promise you it'll be worth it. Corporate's coming. There's going to be other elites in the room. And we are getting ready to blow up that area. So you want to grab everyone you know. You want to get them in front of it. We're going to have an opportunity as well as training for distributors to follow that. So again, details to come. But guys, with that, we are just getting ready to jump on. So we'll get off of this call, and we're going to be doing this just a touch base, rally in. You're going to be able to hear from some of you guys. We're going to be having speakers and trainers in here. There's so many gold nuggets. There's so much knowledge and wisdom in this team. There's some mega stars that are part of this, and we are thrilled to be able to bring that. Grow as a team, grow in synergy. Coals stay hotter together. So you guys plugging in, make sure if your team's not on here, that they're on here next week. We will continue to build this energy, continue to build that growth. And guys, with that, know you're loved, know you're appreciated. Have a fabulous week. And we're going to jump off of this. And Becky, do you have any last message to say before we end this call?
What are you watching?
I'm going to say one more thing, and that is in 1 minute, I'll give it 1 minute, is that the time right now to get airline tickets, because we're not till October. Global is on October, and yes, it's only July, and we're talking about it already. I picked up airline tickets for like $220 round trip because I did this a month ago. I knew I was going. So by faith, you guys, get online, start searching the airline tickets, and get them early. This is the way to do it. And know that this is investing in you, and it's also a tax write-off. So you guys, we want to see every one of you. We want to literally have Team Heart Synergy, like blast upon the scene because we want to see you all face to face. So that's my last thing I wanted to say is start by faith, get online, start getting your tickets early because we're already planning for global because we are going global, Synergy. There's probably already several countries in the house right now. So that's what I just wanted to say is get online by faith, start getting your tickets, and let's go. The rest
I love it. One.
All right, you guys. Love you all. Mwah. And we're signing off. On to the next call. Bye, everybody.
Love you guys. Love you
all
guys.
so much.